Hello everyone. Today we are going to be having a look with the tarot into the story that's just broke, but the cards knew has been coming for a while, that Harry is no longer stating he is a resident of the UK. He's put down that he is a permanent resident of the USA. For the first time it has come out in the papers. Now, the cards have been foreshadowing this for a while, so we're going to have a bit of a deep dive into why now. Then we're going to have a look into how Harry feels about it, and then some of the actual working royals feel about it too. We'll just see where the cards take us, but that's generally what I'm going to be doing in this video. If you're new here, hello, I work in Celtic cross spreads. I work in layers as well. So I'll do a layer for Harry's energy, a layer for the overall energy, a layer for King Charles's energy. And then we kind of weigh everything up at the end of the reading. Please share my content around. Give me a like, subscribe, all of that YouTube stuff. I appreciate you guys being here so much. And we'll get on with it. So we're going to start off with I think it's the Mad Men Mischief Makers or something. It's Mad Men Tarot. It's okay. It's quite interesting. It's a little bit darker. So we're going to have a look overall. How's this energy coming out? How's it come across? What's going on? Interesting. I read the tarot where you can attach astrological signs, zodiac signs for identifiers and extra meanings. So, for example, Harry is a Virgo. He's an earth sign, so he would come out as the King or Knight of Pentacles. He's also resonated with the Hermit card, which is Virgo in the tarot. So we will have a look. We will see what comes out. Why now? What has happened? Something's happened. The current timeline with my psychicness, if you will, I can't see Harry coming back to the UK for a long period of time. The only reason I can see Harry coming back to stay in the UK is in a box. That is all I see. I know that sounds brutal, but that's just the way the energy is, where his story's going at the minute. There are going to be forks in the road. There is going to be free choice. But if the way things are at the minute, it's not good. But that's the only way I see him coming back. Which is probably exactly what the royals want to avoid, bless them, but you can't, you just can't. Okay, what have we got here? The Three of Pentacles. There has been an overall energy of this, a complete breakdown in working relations, cooperation, of friendly relations. The divide has only increased. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Wands crossing over. Now, this Knight of Wands energy, Megsy would come out as Wands in the tarot. She might come out as Queen of Wands because she's like over 40. But a Knight could definitely be within there somewhere. Let's have a look and see. Queen of Swords, known about the situation. And Eight of Wands, quick moving. With the Queen of Swords above the situation, I feel this has got stuff to do with his legal case. The Eight of Wands, stuff to do with all of the drama that's came out of everything. That Queen of Swords, he did have a go-between who works for Shillings, who worked for Kensington Palace as well. That's who I was on about the leak. There's multiple leaks. He's gone too far. Suing the government, suing the Home Office has gone too far. He's saying this, it's all about newspapers and all about the information age and da-da-da-da. But there's been a complete breaking down here of working relations. Let's have a look and see what's coming up. Page of Pentacles is in reverse. We are unhappy family. He ain't ever coming back, guys. Not in any meaningful way. That Page of Pentacles in reverse, we are going to hear a lot about the Sussexes. Children, recollections may vary how many of the children there are. Recollections may vary if they exist at all and how they got here. But we are going to be hearing that there is going to be some weaponized Archie and Lilybuck's information coming up. This is just a general read. Nine of Swords. Stress. We're going to hear a lot about mental health as well. Six of Swords is in reverse. They do not want him to come back, and he doesn't want to come back. And it's a decision that has been made for him. Okay, let's have a look and see how Harry feels about it, because this is just an overview energy situation. Let's have a look and see how Harry feels about it. We are going to hear about Archie and Lilybucks. There is a decision being forced. We know it's an unhappy family. We know that there's some element where he'll try and blame the press for a lot of this stuff, but really, they just don't want him anymore. The royals don't want him about in that sense. And yeah, I think okay, let's see how Harry feels, and then we'll start with the king, looking at see how he feels. Two of Coins. The Two of Pentacles. He is trying to balance his little life on the rocky seas of life. He is trying to cope with this minor change and make things work. He's trying to juggle his 1 hour work in a week with his fatherhood to the dogs, the chicken feeding, and everything else like that, you know, and testing jam tester. The Page of Swords is in reverse. What's crossing over him? He doesn't like any gossip. Okay, there's the Three of Coins, and there's Strength underneath him. Now, Strength is a Leo card, Megsy is a Leo. He is besotted with the idea of Megsy. I don't think he's capable of love, like, and I don't mean that as I'm not othering him. I'm saying he's a narcissist. So I think he's in love with the idea of being in love. He's in love with having somebody he's attached to and the family. Like, it's an object thing. It's like Megsy sees him as a ticket to international fame and fortune and, you know, being a huge global icon and all of that kind of stuff. Well, let's face it, if she hadn't got Harry should have ended up married to some kind of hedge fund manager who owns a Cayman Island or something like that. The Three of Coins above, he wants to give the impression that he's still working, but the Three of Coins in the center, it looks to me that the royals are the ones who have went, no, we're not having this. Interesting. Yeah, this is a lot to do with the court case. Oh dear. A lot to do with the court cases. Justice in reverse. He's kind of feeling very sorry for himself. But he will rather be with Megsie. I bet Megsie's like, oh my God, I thought I was going to get rid of him. But that Three of Swords, this potential hurt and pain he's going to try and get over. But with the Page of with the Page of Pentacles in reverse there, you are looking at him. If and when he brings it up, he's going to mention Archie not having access to his country of birth and his history and his granddad and blah, 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 blah. Well, he should have thought of that before Oprah interview, and then the Cut magazine, and then the Netflix documentary series, and then Spare, and then the Garba Mate interview, and then a multitude of interviews. Oh yeah, and then I forget this one, the Tom Bradby interview in 2019 on ITV, August 2019, when they were still working royals, when they did a tour of South Africa. They should have thought of that then. If you keep calling people your family over in public, eventually they're not going to want to hang around with you. Seven of Swords, he's missed some details somewhere. People are listening to him. This dude is never going to have a private conversation again, ever. He's not only got himself in, as predicted on this channel, that he's got himself with some bad uns, P. Diddy. He's also, he's not very street smart. He likes to think he's street smart. He likes to think he's a lad about town. He thinks he's, you know, a bit of Jack the Lad, the Joker, and like everybody's got the best intentions for him. And people really don't. Most people will just see him as potential status and a step up. The Seven of Swords is in reverse. I wonder if he's getting a bit paranoid as well. The Seven of Wands is in reverse as well. Yeah, he is getting a bit more paranoid. The Seven of Wands is it's completely like the Harkles all over. They are saying they are being attacked and they are vulnerable, but they are actually the ones who are going on attacking. It's like they're doing it to themselves. They can never see it. They haven't got the introspection to see it. It's just like, save the world, save climate, stop climate change, get on 6 private jets. And they're like, well, okay, you first though. And it's like, oh no, I've got to keep my family safe. What? Two of Swords. He doesn't want the decision made for him, but the decision's being made for him. And the Ten of Cups. He's going to big up how wonderful and amazing and great Megsie and the children are. It's almost like he's going to really try and set up his own court in America I know that's what Kimmy and Megsy and Doris want, but I feel like he is going to kind of like come around to the idea in that sense. Let's see what the king thinks of him. Probably not a lot. We should find out. And then we'll pull a few cards from Megsy. Okay, starting at the same card, the king doesn't think he's handling it well. Harry's first card around this situation was, oh, I'm handling things, I'm doing things. You had the Two of Pentacles. For the king, you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So the king thinks Harry is making a complete and utter mess of his life. King of Swords crossing over. Interesting. Very interesting. We have crossing over Harry, the Page of Swords crossing over. This is a dodgy politician. I feel like the king is quite disturbed, I feel, by the fact that this has come out about Johnny Mercer MP. It's almost like I can hear the king going, what's he doing? What's he doing? Why? Why did he do that? I can hear it in my head. And it's weird. I can also hear it's not the king, but it's the same kind of vibe. There's Captain Mannering from Dad's Army, which is a British, like like from the 1960s and 70s. It's an old sitcom. And there was a boy called Pike in it, and he's just died, actually, the guy who played Pike. And Captain Mannering used to call this kid, he used to go, stupid boy. And it's almost like I can hear Captain Mannering say that. But I know, like, you know, that it's not Captain. But like that's the visions, that's the impressions I'm getting while I'm doing this reading. It's weird. We have the sun in reverse. And we have the Page of Swords underneath. So the king is very aware that Harry is being cruel and sharp and reacting to gossip and reacting to words and reacting to the press. There is a definite energy here that the king thinks that Harry is making his own worst enemy, and he's making a mountain out of the molehill. Now we have the sun here. I'm expecting something around midsummer. I know we've got we've got Trooping the Colour, which is around about the 17th. I forget, it's around about the 17th of June, and midsummer's the 21st. But we have got the sun in reverse here. And I would say that on the front of it, the king is going to be very reserved and measured with how he mentions and deals with and acknowledges Harry. But I feel, and the invisible children, but I do feel like that is just, I think what gets lost in translation sometimes about British posh people, that I don't know, like everybody would get, is they're very polite. They're never going to be like completely rude about somebody, because it's not kind of the done thing. they're never the king and William are never really going to put him on blast, because it's just not something they've been brought up around the Queen Elizabeth II, and she is the most taking things in her stride and trying to see the good in anybody kind of lady. So that we are never going to get the king doing a mic drop moment, but we are going to get subtle shade, like the royal family website has amalgamated them into one profile. It also doesn't really mention Megsy and Harry pre-2016 kind of thing. It like has a lot of Harry with William and Catherine and doing the heads together stuff and all that, but they don't really mention, and it kind of dispels a lot of Harry and Meghan's things, saying they weren't offered them any emotional help or mental health. And there's all over the royal website on their section is when Harry did the whole heads together stuff and that. So, you know, they dispel it in different ways. It's just, I think Harry's a little bit too silly to see it. We have the High Priestess. He would like to keep the king would like to keep certain like part of his life private. Now, the High Priestess being here suggests to me, and I'm very glad to say this, it suggests to me that the king and the royal family might be aware that people are trying to F with them energetically. And they've got it sorted. That's good. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay. This is the gaslighting. The king is going to feel gaslit. Harry is going to mention Archie. The Harkles are going to mention Archie and all of that jazz very soon. Very soon. And they're going to try and kind of like blackmail the king. The Three of Swords crossing over. That's what was crossing over the start with Harry. This is the king. He's hurt. I wouldn't say he's heartbroken. He's healing about it. He's still, it's hurt him though. There is no other closer bond than a parent and a child, really. Three of Swords. Maybe it's concern that he's worried about Harry being isolated away, and what's on the king's mind, and this is what I like to see more than anything else, we have the Page of Cups. The king is more concerned with their Royal Highnesses, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, than his second-born son. And I'm really glad to hear that, because I know you shouldn't pick like favorites and stuff, but Harry and Meghan have been so destructive to the royal family. Then I'm glad that the king finds comfort with his 3 grandchildren in the UK. I really am. I mean, I am glad to see that in the cards, to be honest with you. What he doesn't want any more fire. He doesn't want any more accusations, any more stirring the pot from Harry. He just go, just leave it. The king isn't giving him any ammo, which is clever because it stops the attacks on all of the royals, and then you see what's happened to Catherine happen. And when they can't attack the royals, they start attacking other people. So in a sense, Dan Wootton, in a sense, the tabloid press, you see that quite openly with what you call it, Harry and his court cases. And then of course you've got they've attacked so many people. It's Piers Morgan. They've went for Piers Morgan. Yeah. So the king is quite right to kind of like step it back a bit. and say, I don't want to get involved with you guys. Imagine if the king turned around and went, oh, right, okay, all your titles gone. You are barred from entering Britain. Not that he could do that, but like, you are barred from entering Britain and the Commonwealth. How relevant would that have made Harry and Meghan? It would have made them extremely relevant. So they're only relevant if the monarchy keeps engaging with them. So I feel like the king is doing quite a good thing. We are going to hear a lot. Okay. We have got the Queen of Cups. And we have the outside from looking in, ending this. Almost like astral projection in a sense. There was two major Queen of Cups in the king's life. You have got Queen Camilla, who is sun sign Cancer, and you have the late Diana, who was sun sign Cancer. I hope nothing bad's gonna be coming down the road for the king. I hope nothing bad's coming down the road for Queen Camilla. This could be, though. This could be something regarding, say, the appropriation of Diana's memory and Diana's spirit by Harry. And that's something that he wants to take and claim for his. Why it's showing in the king's cards now, I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. Apart from that, then there could be some issues for the king going in the next 12 months. I hope not. I really hope not. We have got the Seven of Cups there. So the king is going to feel more deluded by his second-born son than ever. I don't think that it's I don't think it's going to be healing anytime soon, this relationship. And if it keeps going the way it is, I do not see it ever healing, ever. No. But there we go. That is what I see in the cards, guys. Let me know what you guys see. If you've made it here, please leave me a little hands of hands and a little evil eye symbol. It keeps the lurgies away from the channel. And if you're feeling really immature, leave me a little black cat with some stars shooting out of his bottom, because that's how I'm learning that is. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys always hanging out with me and spending some time with me. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow for some more readings and stuff. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. Bye, everyone.